dedicated storage changes on PlayStation. Another look at the structure tier we almost got but is still being developed. And Survival of the Fittest is being reborn again. You're right kids, it's Ross Clark and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So the community crunch dropped last night with not very much to reveal, I'm afraid. We did recap what happened very recently to the PlayStation, which was a whopping update. Oh yes, it was. This was all stuff we've been through before that of course came to PC, and if you want to see that in more detail, I'll leave a link in the description. But to sum up, the big one was of course dedicated storage has had a lot of changes. You can now see different numbers on the sides of your dedicated storage, and it certainly interacts a bit differently with placing and withdrawing, all to help server performance. Now I've heard a few of you are having a few issues with this, that it's not working as intended, and if that's right, comment below, let me know. I want to understand if this is a worldwide issue or is it just locked to certain players. But this was a huge wave of fixes that of course already came to PC and now have landed on PlayStation and will be coming to Xbox very soon. It sounds like it's going through certification, so hopefully you'll get that next week. There was a few fixed issues in particular that raised an eyebrow or two, such as Mega Chalons couldn't be built on. You could have built on them. What was that all about? But now that's been fixed. You can now build all the things you want on your swimming giant big sea turtle. Your eggs inside incubators that lost visuals when de-rendered have now been resolved, so you won't be panicking about any eggs being missing anymore. And you should have a much easier time finding mutagen and certainly taming noglins. Fingers crossed your Genesis Part 2 playthroughs are going to be a bit more smoother. There's an Evo event going off until Monday the 27th with a bit of 3x taming, harvesting an XP, no incubation, no raising, just those, but enjoy it. You only get them some weekends, not every weekend, but this time you get a 3x weekend. Knock yourself out. And a few content creators were given shoutouts this weekend, including one that we've had on the show, Up From The Depths, who of course was the advocate of the Dinopithecus, which is going to be a creature within Lost Island. Does very cool cinematic ARK shots on his YouTube channel, which of course I shouted out at the time, but we're going to shout out Up From The Depths once again. Go check this out. You can see a line behind me. It looks pretty cool. It's all going off. What's it all about, Paleo ARK? Well, you'll have to check it for yourself and find out, but it's worth checking out because there's certainly a charitable cause all behind it all. Up From The Depths has a very cool need to raise money for charity, and it's worth supporting Up From The Depths by simply viewing the videos because half of them are fundraisers, so go do it, click on the link below. Mr. Syntac, you all know him, got a shout out this weekend about can he kill the Overseer with a Deinonychus. Yes, that's right, and it certainly might be possible. Don't want to reveal it, you need to find out, you need to watch it. But these kind of videos are very fun. I've done a few myself where we've pitted crazy creatures against bosses to see, is it possible? Can it be done? And this time, it's Syntax time to take the Deinonychus army to the Overseer to see if the Fluffy Raptor is indeed king. So, Shale, the structure tier that almost came to Genesis Part 2. We covered this in depth in a previous video. I'll leave a link in the description. And today we've been given a further insight into this structure tier as it's being redeveloped, reborn by the man, the myth, the legend, Codigo Alex. We've spoken about Codigo Alex quite a few times now, who of course is developing the Titan mod map for ARK in the future, which is just mind-blowing. It's ambitious. Can't wait to show you more of that. There's something coming in the future. But he kindly shared with me what he's been working on so far in order to replicate what the devs certainly wanted, whereby, as you can see, you damage the structures and they regrow. They rebirth the base to what it once was. Even if you take it all the way down to nothing, it will still regrow everything back to what it once was. And I can certainly appreciate why there may have been some memory limitations with this, if this was intended to be like this. But wow! Imagine if we had had this in the game. It certainly would have created a very new meta against tech and metal, this being somewhere in between the both, but we're going to be able to at least experience this for ourselves in the near future. I assume Codigo Alex will have this as an official mod in the future for you all to use, and I can't wait to get involved. And when I do, I'll be showing it you. Watch this space, it's going off. And lastly, a big shout out to Deki, who played a pivotal role in Survival of the Fittest Revival, the fully fledged sequel, unofficial sequel to Survival of the Fittest, a feature you all love and was certainly given the light of day and was very popular for a while but seemed to just fizzle out over time. Now Decky has decided, let's do it. Survival of the Fittest 3.0 is coming. The mod, the new refreshed version of the game, the Battle Royale game of ARK that you all love to play, that certainly a lot of you do, and a lot of people in the comments love this mode. It needs some attention, it needs some support, and if you do want this to be a living, breathing thing, you need to get involved. You need to go straight to Decky's Twitch channel. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can at least follow Decky and support him in his journey in reviving this feature you definitely, certainly want. I know you do. So, marketing, advertising, let's push it out there. Spread the news, let's all get involved. Let's make this the biggest backed mod it can be. And all you've got to do is just follow Decky on Twitch. A simple click of the button. Go and do it now. It's going to be worth your time. And let's hope this is going to be the one that really truly revives Survival of the Fittest to be the mode you've always wanted. Thanks all for tuning in. I apologise on the lack of uploads recently. As you can tell, I've not been very well over the last few days. I'm still a bit snotty today, but it's got to be done. News coming at you. Hold tight. We all deserve it. So I'm doing it anyway with a bit of a horrible, squeaky, snotty voice. And that's all I can do right now, but I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, comment below, let me know. My name's Ras Clark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And as always, peace out.